Hi fam, hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and for those of you that are new, welcome. I'm Rian, and yeah, it's good to see you here. So without wasting much of our time, let's get into the video. This video is about this video is about what I wish this video is about how it is actually like to stay here as a black young girl, a black person in Korea, a black young girl. Okay, so this video is about how it is like to actually stay here as a black young girl, yeah, in Korea. In Korea. So without wasting much of our time, let's get into the video. So I arrived in Korea last year, December, not last year, 2022. Oh my god, right, 2024. Guys, let me be normal. I arrived in Korea 2024 December, and then I was studying Korean for like 6 months, so up to June, and then after June I left for 2 months to the UAE to change my visa, and then I came back in August, yeah, beginning of August. So it's almost a year now, yeah, it's almost a year. It's almost a year now, and it's been hectic. It's been hectic, guys. It's, oh my god, like I usually don't find it hard to settle in, but then whew, Korea. Anyways, let me, yeah, so we're talking real here. We're gonna be talking real stuff. So when I arrived in December, it was cold. Like it was, I had prepared myself, guys. There's no one. Ask the people in Cyprus, ask my Cyprus friends, ask my Cyprus colleagues, ask my brother, ask anybody, ask Magna. They will tell you I have been preparing to go to Korea for like 10 plus years. I'm telling you, like 10 plus years. So there was no one who would be readier. Is this actually weird? Who would be more ready, you know? Who would be more ready than me? So I was ready, and I knew I was ready. Okay, yeah, I thought I was ready to go to Korea, so I came. Okay, but those messages be going, man. I was sending those messages to my brother. I'm like, I think my 10-year dream has just been sent to the drain. Blah 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 blah. I don't like it here. I'm depressed. I was telling him, and I'm like, I think this is not what I wanted. I think Korea is not what I thought it would be. And mind you guys, disclaimer, like yeah, of course I got my interest. Of course I got my interest from what? From K-dramas. But I started watching, especially during the 2-year lockdown, I started watching Korean YouTubers, and I was liking Korea. Like actually, I thought I liked Korea that much. I was liking it actually. And then, so it wasn't just based on K-dramas. I knew K-dramas were fantasies. But I was liking everything. I still am, but we'll get to it. But I was liking everything that I was seeing. But when I came, like I started researching about being black in Korea, and I knew people would stare, I knew people would do this, discriminate and stuff like that, and I thought I had prepared for it. But honestly guys, it said, and now I can talk and laugh about it because I've come into terms with it, and it's getting better and people are getting better. But it sent my 100% ready level to like minus, guys. I'm telling you, I had reached a point whereby I was thinking like every time I'm getting out, somebody's gonna be staring. So I had to look myself into the mirror and be like, Rian, we're ready for today. We're gonna do this. Them staring at you is just them being curious about you. Blah 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 blah. So I did know that affected me mentally. That really affected me. That made me not want to go out. Like I would find peace. Of course, now I still find peace in staying indoors. Like be just like I want to be indoors. But yeah, it's getting better. But before, it was terrible. It sent me into, because in Cyprus, honestly, in Cyprus there are many black people. Like we black students, and everybody is just talking to everybody, and everybody is international. So like everyone will be greeting each other, and they know how it feels. They know being far away from home is sometimes very depressing and stuff like that. So everybody's just trying to make everyone else's life better and enjoyable, okay? So even if you meet somebody you don't know, you just smile at them, you greet them, you say hello, stuff like that. You know, those small stuff. But then I was coming from a place like that, and I was going to a place whereby small talk doesn't exist, whereby greeting each other doesn't exist, whereby 95% of the people in that country are Korean, and you know, it's a homogeneous country. So I was sent to the drain. I'm telling you, I was crying every night. I was like, and the weather made it worse. Oh my god, the weather. I don't like being cold. I don't like feeling cold. Like I easily get cold. So imagine when you're coming from, when you don't like being cold at all, and you're going to a country where it snows and stuff like that, and it was snowing almost every day, like in 2022 December. I'm like, what the hell? Like I'm like, what did I move to? The food was spicy. It was just, I don't eat spicy food. Like I'm a picky eater, that much I know. Not that I'm bragging, but that's just me. I'm a picky eater. No, that's not me, that's my stomach, guys. Honestly, I might look at something and want to eat it, I put it in my mouth, but the moment it sends a signal to my stomach, it doesn't want to accept it. I have to spit it out. I'm telling you honest. Guys, you may think I'm lying, but I'm serious. My stomach is like that. But yeah, Korean food was spicy. Korean food was just too spicy. So imagine going through all that. It was like, yeah. So I was like, I don't want this. I had to call my brother. Like I was calling him and I told him, like, I don't want to say this. But yeah, I had to sit down. I had to sit myself down and be like, Rian, this is something that you invested 10 plus years into. So you're gonna come into terms with it and stuff like that. And that's what we did. So after doing that, I mean, look at me, I'm glowing now. I started finding the good in every bad. I started, you know, going out more. I started like making friends, like actually doing the action of trying to make friends, find other Zimbabweans here. I started making Zimbabwean friends, yeah. I started, you know, finding colleagues. I started, you know, doing that. So now into the narrower part of being a black girl, yeah. I'm telling you, you're gonna be receiving those stares. You're gonna be receiving those stares. The moment you walk out, the moment you get on the subway, the moment you get on the subway, the moment you get out of the subway, the moment you go anyway, excluding Itaewon and Hongdae, but Potapota you can also get stairs there, but there'll be many blacks, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, the stairs are gonna be there. The stairs are gonna be there, and that's something that you have to prepare. But even if you prepare, I was prepared, but even if you prepare, I'm telling you, it's better than it is. It's worse than it is. I'm telling you, it's worse than it is. So just come into terms with it. The sooner you get into terms with the fact that people are gonna be staring, the easier it's gonna get. Number 2, you're gonna get people that don't want to sit next to you. You have to come into terms with this one. Like, there could be an empty seat. There is always gonna be an empty seat next to you. on the subway or in the bus, and that's probably gonna be the last seat that's gonna be filled. That's just how it is. How it is. You have to come into terms with it. I think it's not racism. It's not racism. Some people, I've noticed actually, some Koreans just don't want to be in an uncomfortable situation. Like, because you're human and sitting next to you is comfortable, but they just don't know how to act like next to a black person. So they would rather not sit next to a black person than learn how to act while sitting next to a black person. Not that you're supposed to act in any way special, but I'm telling you, it's unbelievable, right? It's unbelievable because we're humans too, but yeah, unfortunately that's how it is. That's how it is. That's just how it is. Yeah, we have to constantly remind some Koreans that we are humans too. Anyways, so yeah, the subway and the bus seats, yeah, be prepared for that. Also, on the lighter note, be prepared to get a lot of free stuff. I mean, I've gotten free stuff for walking. Like, there was one time that I was walking, I'll look for the Instagram story. I was walking there. At that time I was just feeling sad. Like, I was so sad. Even my face was showing it. But I didn't know it was really showing it that much. But yeah, I knew I was sad inside. And then one Ajuma who was selling kebab just stopped me. Then she's like, wait, are you going to school? And I'm like, yeah. And then she's like, wait. Then she gave me kimbap. Then, like, she packed it nicely as if a customer had bought it. And then she's like, be cheerful, okay? And I was like, even though, like, I don't really like kimbap, but that put me in a good mood. I was like, oh my god. I was like, I'm telling you, I was like, oh my god, like, this Sajuma. And I thanked her, and she actually put a smile on my face. She actually put like a smile on my face for the rest of the day. That was so lovely. So there are people like that, and that's not the only occasion, but always people have stopped me to like to touch my hair, to say, is this your real hair? Or to say, how do you make it? Like, how people have stared at my hair, especially now. I'm about to go out, like, I have to meet Rumbi. I'm sure you know her from like the other vlogs. I have to meet Rumbi, so I style my hair like this. I'm sure they're gonna be staring at me. How do you make this? And they'll be trying to figure out exactly how what goes on what and how everything is like. So especially if you have braids, people, they're gonna be looking, like, they're gonna be checking out. Most of it is just out of curiosity, honestly. So unless you learn that, and unless you're willing to be that person that, you know, fills in the blank for them, like, for their lack of knowledge about black girls and them, you can't come into terms with that, honestly. So unless you're willing to fill in the blank, then you can come into terms. It actually makes your life way easier. So every time somebody's curious, I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's not my real hair, I have to braid it, this or that, and stuff like that. And I'm so happy to actually explain it. Like, before, it used to irritate me, but then after that I noticed, I'm like, no, it's just them actually being curious about us because they don't know about us. So now I find it very nice to, like, and you know, to explain it to them. Some are rude though. Some just touch your hair out of nowhere, and that is irritating, honestly speaking. That I don't like. That's I'm like, can you just touch somebody's hair on the subway like any other Korean? It's irritating. That one is irritating. But otherwise, guys, being black here is, I think, unless you're willing to be not the Messiah. No, I'm correcting my mind. Unless you're willing to be yeah, take it as if you're volunteering. Yeah, volunteering to be what? A person in the museum. No, that's not a nice way to put it. Honestly, just take it as if you're gonna be teaching people. Yeah. And being a black person here in Korea is teaching people what being black is. So that also puts you on the spot. Like, it's always there. Oh my god, that I forgot something else. I was about to conclude this video, but I forgot something else. Be ready to be the only black person everywhere you are. Be it you're on the bus, you're on the subway, you're in a movie theater, you're in a movie theater, you're at work, you're walking maybe at Lotemo, you're in a mall, you're in a Pronijom, be ready to be the only black person, unless you're in Italy on a holiday, but be always ready to be the only black person everywhere you go. And yeah, that always puts you on the spotlight. But otherwise, guys, honestly, it took quite some time. It's only when I got back in August, like last year August, that I came into terms, and I'm like, you know what, we are gonna build a life here, so you have to come into terms with being like this. Like, I had more to lose than more to lose in leaving Korea and actually restarting somewhere, because I had invested, like I told you, I had invested 10 plus years. But honestly, if your love for Korea and what you invested in Korea isn't worth that much, then probably you have to reconsider coming here. Now people are trying to push for discriminatory laws. People are trying to push for whatever. But usually I've heard stories of people that have been at par with the law, like with the Korean law, as a foreigner, and also the defendant or the other opposition, the opposition being a Korean, and they've supported the Korean. So I've never had an occasion like that, maybe because I don't go clubbing or stuff like that. But otherwise, it's not like you get in trouble only if you go clubbing. I mean, you can get in trouble on the streets or stuff like that. But I thank God I've never been in trouble with the law, or I've never had to take somebody to court. But not usually, but some people, I've heard stories whereby they had to take a Korean to court, but they were at a disadvantage because they're a foreigner, and also they were at a worse disadvantage because they're black. Just being black is kinda a disadvantage in Korea. The beauty standards, stuff like that. I've heard people change the side of their bag just because I come on the subway next to them. Like, the handbag will be here, I come to stand here, I come to stand here, they shift the bag here. These are things I've gotten used to it, but these are things that affect you subconsciously, honestly speaking. But otherwise, if you are prepared for it, then go for it. Don't be scared, honestly. Like, don't be scared. I mean, I'm staying here and I find it good. I find the good in Korea. Like, they are way nice Koreans. Like, I'm telling you guys, nicer than Zimbabweans. Don't come for me. But yeah, I've seen nicer Koreans, honestly. I've seen nicer Koreans, and this is why I'm still here, because they're nicer people. But yeah, they're also, like any other country, they're also that the people who discriminate, the people that are racist. So unless you're prepared for like the stairs, but the stairs is everyone. Out of curiosity, everybody be staring at you, I'm telling you. So unless you're prepared for the stairs, unless you're prepared to be the only black person everywhere, unless you're prepared to be teaching people without getting paid, don't come. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening, and thank you for paying attention. Yeah, please do like, share, subscribe, and click on that notification bell. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not what you wanted to hear. If that's how you feel it, I'm sorry, honestly. But I was just being real. I was just being real about my experience in Korea. I haven't really actually faced something that terrible. I have been discriminated against quite a number of times, but I don't want to list it here. I don't want to put it here. I don't want to discourage somebody from coming to Korea. But anyways, guys, see you in the next video. Bye.